Hello, coming at you from my new phone. How exciting. I've been wanting to film this video for a while, but I haven't really known when to do it. So I'll start off by where I got this idea from. Basically, a few years ago now, when I was in my first year of uni, I spoke about like drinking culture in the UK and what it was like at university. Obviously, 3 years have passed, I'm not at university anymore, and I want to talk about how that's changed for me. So yeah, please like and subscribe and let's get started. If this angle's better, like I've never really filmed on this sofa before, but it's quite comfy, I quite like it. So yeah, like I see a lot of people talking on social media saying like, I'm in my 20s, I don't go out, like I feel like I don't have a big group of friends to go drinking with and all this. And it's just got me thinking, because I've noticed, especially since the pandemic and lockdown, I go out drinking so much less. Like I honestly rarely do it nowadays, and I haven't gone teetotal. Like I still like to drink, I still like the flavour of alcohol, but like the focus on getting drunk just is not there for me anymore. Like I don't get enjoyment from that. I can go out and have a few drinks and have a good time, but like I don't feel the need to get drunk and go hyper and go club. Like I don't have that desire anymore, and I don't know when that stopped for me really. I think, as I said, like when I was in lockdown and stuff, I didn't really miss clubbing. I'll go through kind of my drinking story. It sounds like I'm alcoholic or something, but yeah, don't worry, there's not Alcoholics Anonymous. Please go somewhere else if you're looking for that kind of video. But yeah, so when I filmed my first version of this video, I was 18, 19. And I basically spoke about my experience of drinking at uni, drinking through freshers, and what it was actually like to be someone at uni who drinks like a moderate amount of alcohol but doesn't like to get super drunk. So yeah, when I was in my first year of uni, I did drink probably I'd say 2-3 times a week, and I'd drink quite heavily. Looking back, I was drinking quite a lot. Like I've probably at least 3 or 4 drinks of pre-drinks, if not more, like with shots as well. Like basically anyone had drinks wise, I'd probably have a bit of it if they offered it, obviously. I'd always start on like cider because I just found that quite easy to drink. Then I'd move on to vodka lemonade, and again if there were shots available I'd probably have shots as well. So it's a few days later, I'm joined by the dog. As you can see, I'm not, oh, the angle's definitely changed. Anyway, so yeah, in the last clip I was talking about how in my first year of uni I did used to drink quite a lot, especially looking back now. So yeah, I was really into clubbing when I was 18, 19. I would go out pretty much every week. Yeah, and I just enjoyed drinking. Like I enjoyed getting drunk. And like I did have hangovers. Like I'd honestly just like stumble out of bed, because I lived on campus at that point. I could just literally walk, like get ready with like 10 minutes to spare, and yeah, just walk straight into my seminar very hungover. So that was basically my life in first year of uni, and like I would feel down the next day, but like it was bearable. Like I just knew it's because I hadn't slept, I've drank too much, like I would just get on with it sort of thing. Then second year rolled around and I really didn't go out much at all. My friendship group had completely changed. Yeah, so I didn't really socialise much, I didn't drink much. Then I dropped out of university, so I moved back home and I got a job. My job wasn't very social, and honestly the main people I kind of hung around with were women in their like 40s. Like me and mum would go out with her friends, and that's when I started drinking wine actually. So around 20 I kind of got more into cultured drinks. Like I started drinking like Sauvignon Blanc, like Pinot Grigio, rosé, that kind of thing, because I said that's what they were drinking. And obviously when you're at that age, you don't drink to get really drunk to go clubbing. Like they were drinking to be sociable, to have it like to relax sort of thing. So that's when I really got into my wine, was when I was about 20 and I just dropped out of university. I do remember though, I think 2 weeks after I dropped out of uni, me and my friend Heidi went to visit our other friend Elmo at uni of Winchester, because that's where she was at uni at the time, and we went on a big night out then, like lots of drinking. Obviously my mental headspace was not good at all. I remember I said we drank quite a lot. Obviously I was going through so much in my personal life, and the next day I just felt horrendous. Like I felt really depressed. I didn't really want to get out of bed, but I had to leave because obviously I was staying at Elmo's house, and that day as well I actually had to go to my grandparents' house for like a birthday meal or something like that. So yeah, literally I was just like, it was one of those hangovers where like you just don't want to get out of bed, and I was like, oh my god, like it really put me off drinking for a while. And I remember the next day my grandpa was like, Kira, like, are you okay? Like obviously I was not okay. One, I was hungover, and two, I was really just battling with mental illness anyways. I should not have drunk that much. But you know, I managed to get through the day, but I just really, that was probably one of the first hangovers I was like, oh my god, this really affects my mental health. I didn't really go clubbing in that time off uni. I would drink with my mum and her friends, but like I wouldn't drink to get drunk. I was just drinking to be sociable, relaxed, as I said. And then so then I went back to university in 2019, like September time, and I moved back into halls. Obviously everyone fresh in halls wants to go out drinking a lot and stuff, and I think where I'd had those 6 months out of the clubbing scene, again I realised I didn't really miss it. I didn't miss getting drunk and not being able to sleep, because with me, when I drink, I really can't sleep. Like I can fall asleep, but I just wake up not feeling refreshed. When it came to Freshers Week that year, I didn't go out every night. I just literally, I think I went out 3 times that Freshers Week. So I'd go out one night, have a break the next night, and then go out again. Because as I said, I just knew I wanted to sleep. If you didn't know, I have epilepsy. So if I don't sleep, that really increases my risk of a seizure. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take it easy. I didn't feel the pressure to go out all the time, obviously, as well, because I had my friends from like 3rd year. But obviously I was still keeping, like, being sociable with my new people that I lived with. So yeah, I didn't really feel the pressure as much to be out drinking every night. But yeah, I still went out like a considerable amount in my 2nd year retake. Again, probably not as much as 1st year, but like I lived in the centre of Bath, so it was really easy to go out drink for drinks or whatever. Even whether it's just like a spoons night or a full-on clubbing night, like I still drank quite a lot. But I think I did start to notice then, like, I didn't really drink on weeknights or like nights where I'd have uni early the next morning, because it was when I lived in the centre of town at Green Park, like you'd have to get a bus into uni, and I was like, I don't want to sit on a bus hungover because that's just disgusting. Yeah, I did not, as I said, I did drink less in my 2nd year. Yeah, then the pandemic hit in March 2020, and said there was no clubbing, no pub trips, and yeah, like I think my mum likes to drink of an evening. Like she doesn't get drunk every night, and she's not alcoholic. Like she can cut out the drink, but she just personally likes to have a glass of wine or 2 in the evening. That's her way of unwinding. But for me, like I don't feel the urge to do that during the week. Like I said, I like alcohol, but I can sort of leave or take it. It's like take it or leave it. That's it. Yeah. So it's not, as I said, it's not something I crave. I can drink alcohol, fine. But yeah. And then, so yeah, that was lockdown. I really didn't drink much at all. As I said, I might have a drink with my mum on the weekends, but not like huge amounts. Then obviously we went back to uni last September, and again, the clubs weren't even open. But like, I would go out to Spoons and I'd go out to the pub. But because I knew it was my 3rd year of uni, I was like, you know what, I need to concentrate. I can't drink heavily like I did in the past. So I really didn't drink much in my 3rd year at all, to be honest. Then I started on going on nights out, obviously when restrictions lifted this summer. And that's when I realised this is really affecting my mental health now. There was a time when I went back to university to move out. I think I spoke about this in a vlog. I remember I went out drinking like 3 nights in a row. I wasn't really heavy drinking, but obviously the alcohol stayed in the system for a couple of days. Like it doesn't just leave. So yeah, where I just kept drinking sort of moderately over 3 nights, there was one night where I couldn't sleep or whatever it was, and I woke up. No, I remember I went out for a meal and I had wine with my meal, but I ate too much food and I just felt a bit full and a bit sick. But because I hadn't slept well the night before, I remember I got back in my student house and I just felt so anxious. Like I felt really nauseous, my chest was really tight. And then I was thinking, oh my god, I need to move out, but I haven't packed anything. Like my brain was just on overdrive. I was like, this is just not normal. I just drank a lot of water before I went to sleep, and I didn't wake up with a hangover or anything. But that's when it sort of clicked in my head. I was like, I can't drink heavily anymore. Like I can't drink continuously. Like I need to have a break when I'm drinking, and I just have to drink less. And I've learned over the years, if I drink more than like 3 sort of big drinks, I will feel the negative effects the next day. So that's my sort of limit. I'll try and keep it 3 drinks, maybe 5 if I have like water in between each drink, but I tend not to drink more than that anymore. That was one instance where I felt really anxious and yeah, just not okay. And then the next day I didn't drink, and yeah, I had like a nice last couple of days in my student house. And then another time actually was quite recently. Again, I think restrictions had lifted, sort of I was on the go constantly, I was socialising all the time, and I went to my friend's house for a barbecue and we bought a few bottles of wine, just shared it between us. Like we didn't drink tons and tons, But the next morning, I was meant to go to like a family thing, and I just woke up and I felt really anxious. I was like, I just can't go out. Like, if you've got anxiety, you know exactly how I feel. But I was just like, this is probably a result of, as I said, over socialising and over drinking. So I didn't go out that day. I just did a lot of self-care, came off social media. I was just like, nope. And that final straw was like, you know what, I really want to limit my drinking from now on. So I went to a wedding recently, and I was really conscious of what I was drinking. Because obviously when you're at a wedding, they give you like drinks like there's no tomorrow. Like obviously with your reception drinks, the speech drinks, like, and when you're eating the meal, they just kept refilling the wine. So yeah, I was really careful then. I think I had like, so when they were doing like photos, they gave drinks around. So I had like one at that point. I had a couple of glasses of wine with my meal, but I was just drinking a lot of water in between just to kind of balance it out a little bit. The rest of the night, I think I had maybe 1 or 2 glasses. So I think overall I probably only had about 5 drinks like the whole day, which is pretty good for a wedding. But the next morning I slept well. I felt refreshed. I didn't feel like my mental health was negatively impacted. So yeah, I think that's kind of my journey with alcohol and alcohol culture. And I think since leaving university, I think it does depend on who you surround yourself with, like what your drinking habits sort of are. As I said, when I was 18, 19, the people I was friends with love having a drink, which is absolutely fine. They can do what they want. But obviously when you're around that, like, it makes you want to do it as well. Even if they're not peer pressuring you, you just subconsciously sort of follow what your friends do. Whereas now, I'd probably say more of my friends don't really drink much compared to the ones who do. And again, that's absolutely fine. But that's probably had an impact on me. So whereas I don't really feel the need to drink as much. And I think when you turn 18 in the UK, there's so much sort of like excitement that you can go out to the pub or go to a club for the first time. And yeah, there's a lot of like sort of, I guess, kind of subconscious pressure to like go out drinking. Whereas I think once you reach your early 20s, like, people don't prioritise that as much. Like for me, I'd much rather go on a nice day out somewhere, up to London, down to the coast or whatever, and have like no alcohol, but actually experience stuff, rather than go on like a boozy night out and yeah, not really remember it. I think my priorities have definitely changed since my early 20s. I literally sound so old making this video, but that's just honestly how I feel and how it's changed, I think. And as I said, I think once you get to your early 20s, a lot of other people feel the same. Like, they've been through their years of uni where they drank heavily, and it's just not as exciting anymore. Like, people don't feel the need to drink, and that is absolutely okay. Or even if you are in the early 20s, you still like drinking, that's fine too. Like, just do what makes you happy, and obviously drink responsibly. Make sure you're around people who make you feel safe and aren't pressuring you to drink. That's really important as well. But yeah, I've definitely noticed since leaving university that sort of drinking culture, there is less of it, I feel like. And also as well, like, I don't live in a city anymore. So when I lived in Bath, like, there were so many bars around, so many pubs, so it's just easy to go out for a drink. Whereas now I live in a really small town, there's like 2 pubs, that's it. And my friends, we don't all live in the same town either. So when I do meet up, like, someone's usually driving, or like people got to travel quite far, so I'd rather not drink. So yeah, like, me and my friends don't really drink. Like, we go out for coffees, or as I said, we go on days out. It's just not really a priority for us to get really hammered anymore. So yeah, that's my kind of journey with alcohol and drinking. But let me know if you feel the same, if you're the same age as me. Like, I'm 22 now, and as I said, there's just not really, people don't drink as much as they used to, I found anyway. And that's okay. Maybe one day I will be teetotal, who knows. But as I said, I still like the taste of alcohol, but I just don't feel the need to get drunk. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Sorry the lighting changed halfway through. When I filmed the first half, it was a Saturday night, but my mum came in earlier than I thought she would, so that's why I didn't finish it. But yeah, if anything, just like and subscribe for him. Look how cute he is. Oh, so cute. He's probably thinking, just leave me alone. But yeah, that is my video on drinking and alcohol culture in the UK. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you soon.